This game was crazy. All right, this game was crazy.
This game was crazy, right? In the first half, the Indiana Fever looked unstoppable. They were on fire, and I could swear their jerseys were burning with how they were balling. Yo, when I say they were shooting lights out, let's give it up for Lexi. In that first quarter, it was all Lexi Hole. She lit up the court like nobody expected. With the Fever dropping players left and right to injuries, she walked in and played like she had nothing to lose. The result? A career night, buzzing the fans and leaving critics wondering how long this team can push through disaster. Before we get into it, let me ask, was Hole's performance a fluke, or is this the start of her becoming a real force for Indiana? Drop your take in the comments because this one is worth debating. Now the context. The Fever were already down 4 rotation players. Caitlin Clark sidelined since July 15th, Sophie Cunningham out with a torn MCL, Sydney Colson gone with an ACL tear, Ari McDonald shut down with a foot problem. That's brutal enough. Then, against Minnesota, disaster doubled down. Chloe Beebe felt soreness in her left knee during warm-ups and was held out. Odyssey Sims exited late in the fourth and never returned. Add them up, that's 6 players sidelined on a roster already struggling for balance. Catastrophic. But in the middle of that chaos, Lexi Hole stepped up. She didn't look rattled by the injuries or the extra responsibility. From the opening tip, she moved with purpose. Clean shots, sharp cuts, hunting opportunities instead of waiting for them to fall. That shift in mindset was the difference. Defense was there, hustle was there, energy was contagious. By halftime, Hull had 18 points, building confidence and spilling it to her teammates. Hull wasn't padding stats. She was producing in real minutes under real pressure. And honestly, why was Hull on the back burner all season? Stephanie White leaned on Cunningham, Mitchell, and Clark, leaving Hull in a supporting role. Tonight, stripped down roster, Hull proved she can be a focal point. Postgame, she said, "We're missing people, so everyone's got to do a little bit extra." That's not just filling minutes, that's recognizing the moment and leaning into it. White praised her aggression, hunting shots, demanding attention. Numbers don't lie. 23 points on 9 of 16 shooting, 4 of 7 from 3, nearly 37 minutes logged. Efficient, carrying a heavy load, looking comfortable doing it. But here's the frustration. 6 missing players left holes. Injuries ripped the roster apart, play stalled, Boston fought for position but passes were late, possessions broke down. Third quarter, fatigue set in, Minnesota pounced, 32-7. The pattern continues. Fever-strong first halves, collapsing in third when opponents adjust. Fans question White's lack of in-game adjustments. Minnesota exploited depth gaps, spreading floor, attacking, punishing on the offensive glass. Individual performances mattered. Hull, career night. Mitchell, steady hand. Petty, surprise boost. But one player's brilliance can't fix a roster missing 6. Defense failed, rotations lagged, gaps exploited. Schedule doesn't get easier. Minnesota again, then Seattle, Phoenix, Atlanta, Sparks, Valkyries. Without Clark or Cunningham, postseason odds shrink daily. Hull's silver lining? Proof she can handle minutes and responsibility. Roster fragility showed again. Sims exits, Petty thrown into the fire. Survival basketball, mismatched lineups, chemistry absent. Minnesota exploited everything, straight line drives, spacing, offensive rebounds. Indiana showed potential in first half, Hull torching defenders, Mitchell keeping offense alive. But adjustments came, Indiana didn't. Halftime leads vanish, third quarter collapses repeat. Zooming out, Indiana sits 6th, margin razor thin. Every collapse shrinks playoff window. Clark must return soon or window slams shut. Hull, personally, shines through, proving she can thrive under pressure. Questions remain. Should Hull continue receiving touches when Clark returns, or return to supporting role, risking lost confidence? Mitchell deserves credit. 27 points, leadership alongside Hull, gave Indiana a fighting chance. Defense atrocious, 95 points allowed, McBride and Hedman punished gaps. White schemes failing. If Fever make the playoffs, it'll be pure shot-making and Clark's return, not defense. Cursed roster. Cunningham, Colson, McDonald, Clark, Sims, Beebe. 6 missing players, impossible to survive without damage. Even Hull's career night overshadowed by injuries and third-quarter collapses. Flashes aren't enough for playoffs. Like, subscribe, and comment. Should Hull be a permanent starter?